Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the gritty world of Guts and Blackpowder, a Roblox experience that throws us right into the Napoleonic Wars. Well, sort of. Instead of marching into traditional battles, we're up against endless waves of zombies. Yep, in true alternate history fashion, the game lets you fend off the undead using muskets, pistols, bayonets, and other weapons from the era. It's a survival game with a twist, and trust me, it's a total adrenaline rush. In this video, we're going through a tier list of all the weapons you can get your hands on in Guts and Blackpowder. Some of these weapons will help you mow down zombies like they're nothing, while others, well, let's just say you might want to steer clear of them if you want to survive. From the trusty musket to more unusual picks, we'll rank them all based on how effective they are against the undead. So grab your bayonet, keep your powder dry, and let's dive into the best and worst tools for surviving this Napoleonic zombie nightmare. I'm quickly moving on to the video, and I'm ranking weapons in Guts and Blackpowder. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching! The weapons in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, stake and shovel. Alright, so now we're diving into some of Gut and Blackpowder's less than ideal weapons, the C tier lineup. Look, every game has those items you wish you didn't have to use, right? And in this game, we've got a couple of prime examples. Let's kick it off with the stake, exclusively for the priest class. Now, you'd think a weapon tailor-made for the holy healer would have some divine oomph to it, but nope. The stake is painfully underwhelming to say the least. It's kind of like bringing a twig to a sword fight. Sure, if you're in a tight spot and it's all you've got, go for it. But seriously, if you can swap it out, do yourself a favor and find literally anything else. Then, there's the shovel. Yeah, you heard that right, a shovel. Now I get it, shovels have their place. Burying treasure, digging ditches, maybe even bopping a zombie on the head. But in Gut and Blackpowder, it's basically dead weight. What's even funnier is you can only pick it up on one map, so it's like the developers wanted to play a little prank. It's no match for the trusty saber, and honestly, it's about as useful as throwing a spoon in a fist fight. So, to sum it up, the stake and shovel are the definition of desperation picks. They're in that better than nothing category, which, hey, we've all been there. But for the most part, if you're serious about staying alive, these guys should stay in the dust. The weapons in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, pistol, grenade, and sledgehammer. Alright, so let's talk about some of the B-tier weapons in Gut and Blackpowder. Now, these aren't exactly the heavy hitters, but if you know how to use them, they can totally hold their own on the battlefield. First up is the pistol. This one's exclusive to the officer class, so it's kind of a special perk if you're running that setup. Now, don't go expecting it to turn you into a one-person army, but if you've got a steady hand, the pistol's quick reload speed and decent damage can keep you in the game. It's perfect for those quick draws, you know, if you're just looking to keep enemies at bay without having to reload forever. Next, we've got the grenade. Technically, this is more of a utility item than a weapon, but honestly, it can be a real game changer. It's one of those things you can grab no matter your class, so everyone gets a shot at some explosive fun. But here's the deal. Using grenades well takes some practice. Toss it wrong and you're more likely to just cause a minor inconvenience. Nail it though and you can clear out clusters of enemies or even flush out hidden ones. It's all about timing and distance. Get that down and it's a reliable tool to have on hand when things get a little too crowded. Then there's the sledgehammer, the big heavy beast of a tool. You can only find it on one specific map, so it's a bit of a hidden gem. Its main purpose? Completing objectives. It's like your go-to for breaking down barriers, but if you get cornered, it can do some serious damage. Swinging it around isn't exactly graceful, but when in doubt, nothing says back off quite like a heavy metal hammer. Not the fastest weapon out there, but definitely one of the most satisfying if you land a good hit. So, these B-tier weapons, they're definitely not as flashy as the A-tier or S-tier options, but they've got their own unique strengths. A pistol for quick shots, a grenade for tactical crowd control, and a sledgehammer for, well, just because you can. Give them a try, play around with them a bit. Who knows, maybe you'll find your new go-to weapon. The weapons in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, blunderbuss, carbine, and knockgun. Alright, let's dive into some of the A-tier weapons in Gut and Blackpowder that are serious contenders when you need some extra firepower. These weapons might not make it to the very top, but they're still heavy hitters, and you'll definitely want them in your arsenal when things get hairy. First up, we have the blunderbuss. Now, think of this one as the ultimate oh crap weapon. It's basically a handheld cannon that blasts out multiple pellets, each dealing 30 damage. Perfect when zombies or enemies are closing in and you need to clear out a crowd quickly. The only downside? Reload time. You're not going to win any speed contests with this gun, but for those panicked moments, it's a lifesaver. Then, there's the carbine. This rifle doesn't have the stopping power of a musket, but it's still a reliable choice for line infantry. If you're looking for something versatile, it does the job with decent damage. The downside? No bayonet. So if you get cornered, you're in trouble. But keep your distance and it'll keep you in the game with solid, steady shots. And finally, the knock gun, exclusively for seamen. This beast is like the blunderbuss's flashy cousin. The knock gun packs a punch, and here's the fun part. You can cancel the reload animation early if you need to get back in the action ASAP. It's a great little trick that keeps you from getting pinned down. And honestly, any trick to speed up reloads is gold in this game. These A-tier weapons bring some strong, dependable firepower. They've got quirks, sure, but master those and you'll have some solid go-to options when you're out there battling the hordes. The weapons in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, hand axe, saber, and musket. Alright, let's dive into the best of the best when it comes to melee and ranged weapons in Guts Blackpowder. These S-tier choices will help you cut through enemies like a hot knife through butter, or, well, like a perfectly weighted axe through armor. Starting off, we've got the hand axe, exclusive to the line infantry and seaman classes. This little beast is one of those weapons that's got your back in just about any situation. Fast, reliable, and oh so satisfying to swing, the hand axe is one of those tools that feels like an extension of your arm. Not only does it do great damage for a melee weapon, but it's versatile enough to handle multiple enemies when things get up close and personal. You can swing it without worrying too much about timing, making it a go-to when you're surrounded. Next up, the axe, and this one's for all you sappers out there. If you're looking to absolutely demolish your target with a single swing, this is your weapon. The axe is known for its heavy-hitting damage, and as a bonus, it comes with a headshot multiplier. Land one of those and you'll drop most enemies in a heartbeat. But fair warning, it's got a pretty slow swing speed, so timing is key here. If you're the kind of player who likes to make every swing count, the axe will be your new best friend. Then we've got the trusty saber, the default melee weapon for a ton of classes. Sure, it's not the flashiest or hardest hitting weapon, but it is reliable and sometimes that's all you need. With the saber in hand, you've got a solid backup when your ammo's gone and you're staring down a mob of enemies. It might not win any awards for damage, but its speed and ease of use make it perfect for quick encounters where you need something effective. Now, let's talk about the musket, the ultimate choice for delivering some serious firepower. This thing hits like a cannon, but it does have a bit of a learning curve due to its slower reload time. However, unlike the carbine, it's got one major advantage, the bayonet. This little addition means you've got both a ranged powerhouse and a close-range defense in one, so if someone tries to close in, you can simply give them a poke. The musket's versatility is what makes it so special and a huge asset to those who know how to use it. Each of these S-tier weapons brings something unique to the battlefield, and in Guts Blackpowder, they can make all the difference. Whether you're slicing, smashing, or shooting your way to victory, you're definitely going to feel the power in each swing and shot. So pick your favorite and go make your mark. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.